we are just glad you made it through this hellstorm downpour that's going on outside right now. You could have easily told us to go to hell.
I could have, but I wouldn't do it to you guys. It just kind of came out of nowhere, right?
It really did. Like it was waiting. It's like, is Trent coming over to the camper?
They waited for him to step out the door.
Start pounding.
But right when I walked out of the door, it started. It's good for me though. It doesn't kill any exercise.
That's right. That's
You gotta
right.
play in this stuff anyway.
That's right. Yeah. How are you gonna do? So how's everything going, Trent?
It's going great, guys. It has. It's been a smooth, comfortable camp so far. It's been a lot of work, but going in the right direction. So that's pretty positive.
Right. Everybody's talking about your off-season training. That you came back into camp and you bulked up a little bit. What was your goal?
Working out with Casey Hampton.
No. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yes, we heard about it. We couldn't believe it.
He bulked up a little too much.
I saw Casey down in LA before he came out here. I did filming to the sports science show on Fox Sports, and I saw him doing a segment of the show. I mean, he's a big guy. He's a big tackle. I didn't know anything about him until I met him. He's in this small jersey and just fit as cute like boy, but I didn't realize that.
So he was almost like wearing one size too small. But
Yeah, he was in some 3X shorts and he wears a 7X.
if you missed it, Casey Hampton is the nose tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he tried to do some rudimentary running, and he gave up. He couldn't do it. And
100-yard sprint, and they do 8 of them. He was only able to complete 5, and actually he was 30 yards behind another defensive end.
oh, Coward.
He was able to reform list.
You can imagine Coward just blowing a gasket. Of course, Coward's not there anymore.
Hey, Tomlin's not too
I know he's got
for that kind of stuff either.
Oh, that's
Could
crazy.
you guys do that? You think?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. What is it? 100-yard dash? 8 of them?
Well, it's a sprint, so it's not full out, right? Or is it?
No, it was probably they probably give him a segment, like a certain time period they got to make it.
Oh, man. I don't know. I think we'd be beat. We'd get crushed.
Is there anything in your guys' business that's similar to? Like you guys have an off season, and when you come back or something on the radio?
It's like jaw exercises, you know, to keep talking for 4 hours.
No, our job's cakes.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing the extent of it. Yeah,
What's the dream?
we got the camper, we've got, but it'd be like, you know, we get into the, you know, from the off season or whatever, and we get halfway through a show and we can't talk anymore. Our jaws are tired.
Right.
I can't. And that would be kind of it. I mean, you should be ready, right? I mean, because you know, there you are, you're working out, and so you've gotten yourself ready, but you probably went above and beyond what you did even last year, right?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, last year's off season, I mean, I had been training for the combine, and training for the draft, all those things. I wasn't really in football shape necessarily, ready to go into 20 games in NFL football season. I had to get prepared for the golf season. The off season I had was training to play football season. Now this off season, I was able to get with the strength coaches here and get with the guys on the team, surround myself with other guys that were training for the football season because they were better.
Yeah, you know, it's weird because, you know, a lot of that extra training seems to kick in. And, you know, I guess it's just part of the game. If you really want to do it and you want to do it right, it means spending extra time. And we noted that you had spent some time with the Evans in the off-season. I believe, you went down to Florida? Is that where you went? Or am I...
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we were in Fort Lauderdale for a couple of days, and we spent some time throwing the football around, but just spent some time getting to know each other better. And, you know, building
Is
up
that code for going out partying?
Getting to know each other.
Just getting to know each other.
Running routes to the bar and back. No, but like some of that stuff has to pay dividends over time, right? I mean, if you didn't do it, you probably would notice immediately that, you know, that connection that you made probably wouldn't be there.
It does. It goes a long way. And it's something that's hard to describe it until you're actually in the situation, in a game situation, and you know the guy a little bit better than just the name on the back of his jersey. And you know who his wife is, you know his kid, you know where he's from. You've seen his place in Fort Lauderdale. It's an unspoken bond that you can kind of relay.
There's that great story, the greatest football game ever played, 1959 at the Giants and the Colts. Remember hearing about that? There's a book out about it right now, right? So Johnny Unitas was 8th round pick, bounced around or whatever, 18th round pick, I think. Ends up low men on the totem pole with the Colts and starts working with one receiver in particular. And those guys were so good they could look over at each other, just nod, and they knew which route to take. So in the game, it finally came out. I mean, this after all these years, and these guys working and practicing. Unitas looks over at him, they see the same thing, they nod, he goes, they get a touchdown.
Right.
You know, so that's the type of stuff. I don't think you can nod at Lee Evans other than going, hey, you know, give me a treat.
Is there the new Fort Lauderdale nod that you guys worked on?
Right? But you're building on that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much, is I just was able to see how important football is to Lee Evans. And that's just seeing his workouts and going through what he goes through.
on a normal off-season workout day was something you can't see, you can't actually give an opinion on until you're actually there. And he's running with trainers and out on the beach and workouts, and it's a lot of work that not a lot of you people see in the public eye. It's something I was able to witness and take advantage of.
Anything crazy like we've heard stories of guys like Walter Payton and Jerry Rice, carrying logs and rocks and running up hills,
Sure.
or running on the beach in military boots or something.
Dragging a small Romanian family on their backs.
Does he got anything where you're like, wow, doing that?
We were working out at like a public park in Fort Lauderdale. I think it was in Pompano Beach. It's just north of Fort Lauderdale. And it was half sand, half grass. It was 90 degrees out and humid. And he's still running laps around the field and doing crunches halfway through and doing push-ups the other halfway. And it's doing footwork ladder. And we got out on the beach and did some wave jumps and did a bunch of different plyometric things, working on footwork and just strength. You'd be impressed if you were there to be able to witness that.
Yeah, well, when you consider we probably can't do 8 100-yard dashes, I'm sure we would be. Trent Edwards is with us, and camp has gone on well. Dante Whitner was telling us that he likes the fact that coach takes his time bringing you guys from pads, into pads rather, and keeping injuries down. You probably don't know of any other sort of camp. This is your first NFL camp or whatever, but some of the vets grumble. Are they happy with the way things go at camp?
Yeah, the guy that has been to probably the most camps on the team is probably Ragan. He's played for a lot of different teams and played for a lot of different coaches. And hearing him say that this is the best camp in terms of just the setup and the meeting times and the practice times. And he said it takes care of the players, and that's something that we respect and we want a guy that's going to take care of the players. In turn, that's going to go into the season, and guys are going to respect that and want to win.
Oh, sure, they're not going to hate the bastard.
No.
Jerron, you kicked our ass, you bastard. No, you're right about that. Yeah, Trent Edwards is with us from the Buffalo Bills. Things look as though Turk Schoner, we were talking about Turk Schoner earlier with Melvin Fowler. So, a lot of the terminology hasn't changed much from the previous year. Because, you're talking about Jason Peters, and is he going to be able to pick it up or whatever. So, how's Turk been so far for you? I mean, you had him in the OTAs when we talked. How's he been with you? Has he been letting you make mistakes? Is he on you? What's it been like?
He's been on me, and I try not to let myself make mistakes. And when I do make mistakes, he's going to be in there coaching me and telling me what I did wrong. But the thing I like most about Turk, and it's the same thing with Alex Van Pelt, is that they have certain things that they can say to me that I'm doing wrong on a certain throw or a certain footwork, and they can just have these sort of words of advice that just hit me in the right spot, and I can change things pretty quickly. That's a sign of a good coach and a good relationship with a player and a coach. And I've witnessed it. I've been around it for a year now, and I've been able to change things pretty quickly from their advice.
Nice. Trent Edwards with us. Trent, what does the dorm room look like right now? What do you got in there?
Dorm room right now has I got a nice egg crate with a little feather bed mattress top on there, and I got the room at about 55 degrees. So I get under my cover when it's cold at night, and I got the blinds closed. No TV. I just got
no TV.
My iPod. I brought a TV last night, so I stayed up way too late. So I wanted to take advantage of my.
Thank God Ralph isn't a stickler for cutting corners. Jesus, Trent, you're killing me with this 55-degree air conditioning. Thank God he's pretty cool about that sort of thing, right?